Great day, beautiful souls. I truly pray that all is well with you at this time. So, this is going to be, I think it's going to be a quick message, but we'll see. So, after I got done pulling my own messages, I always sit for a minute and then I just kind of wait for any type of guidance to see what direction Spirit wants me to go in when it comes to the collective. So I was sitting here for a minute and I was guided to start off with the affirmation deck. And so as you will see, this was the first card that came out, and it says, I find strength in the silence. And so I left this card here for a minute and I just kind of meditated with it for a while, just to see, like, okay, Spirit, where are you guiding me? Where are you taking me here? And so as I sat down, I was guided to pull out one of my index cards. And so this, I am picking up on 7 different energies. So all of these energies could be consuming you, or this could be for multiple different people that are experiencing these things. So the 7 different energies that Spirit gave me was the energy of tiredness, the energy of restlessness, the energy of uncertainty, the energy of someone contemplating a next move, which could be specifically pertaining to a person or an environment, the energy of starting a new project, the energy of lacking confidence, and the energy of ending a rough cycle. So those are the 7 energies. And so I said, okay, Spirit. So I wrote them down. I said, okay, so guide me. I said, okay, so I'm that type of person to where math was always my favorite subject. It still is. And I love it just because it's like finding the solution, finding the solution to the problems. And so I said, okay, Spirit, so if this is an energy, that the collectives are dealing with, then what way can we guide them? What way could we help them? What way could we assist them? And so I grabbed another deck and literally I was given 7 different cards. 7 different cards for all of the different 7 energies. Now, like I said, all of these energies could be connected to you, specifically one person, or it could just be multiple. It could be a few that's connected to you. So take what resonates. So the first energy that I'm going to start with is the energy of those that are tired. And I feel like tired could be connected to so many different things. It can be a physical energy of being tired of the same things, tired of the same routine, tired of not being appreciated. I feel like it could be attached to a lot. So you put it where it resonates. But the card that came out for tired was to be optimistic. It says, take 5 minutes every day to look in the mirror and repeat, today I will have positive thoughts. Today I will not let the negative thoughts in. Today is going to be a great day. And so it's this energy to where I really truly feel as if, especially with the connected to the energy of I find strength in silence, it's like, especially in the morning or at night is what I'm picking up on. Take those couple of minutes, before you begin your day, or before you get ready to go to sleep, and just speak positivity over your life. Think of all the positive things. Don't allow yourself to go to sleep or wake up with the negative mindset or negative things on your mind. And so I really feel like that for those of you that is dealing with that energy, it really will benefit you to remain optimistic at this time and to truly find strength in the silence. And so the next energy that we're going to focus on is restless. Those of you that are dealing with this restless energy. And I know tired and restless could sound very similar. So, they're very similar. So if it resonates, take it. But we have focus on breathing. And the minute that I see focus on breathing, this always guides me to meditation. I feel like there's a need for you to meditate. And of course, when we are meditating, meditation is usually done in silence. When we are meditating, we are connecting with our crown chakra. We are opening ourselves up for a higher consciousness, a deeper understanding, a higher wisdom. And so it says for 2 minutes, clear your mind and inhale in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take long, slow, deep breaths and exhale slowly. And so I feel like, especially with this restless energy, I feel like this is for my individuals to where it's like you do a lot. I see someone that is kind of like running a lot of different errands or being pulled in multiple different directions. And so it truly will benefit you. And especially because it says 2 minutes. So I feel like that you don't really have a lot of time, but it's like Spirit is guiding you to make this time for yourself and to truly allow yourself to take time to just really appreciate the moment. Breathe in, breathe out, because breath work is very important and it's also very, very powerful. And it truly allows you to be in the present moment when you concentrate on your breath. And so, yes, that is for my people that is dealing with the energy of restlessness. So the next energy is uncertainty. And so this uncertainty energy, I truly feel like it is attached to an energy to where you're focusing a lot on either past events or you're focused so much on future events that you are not allowing yourself to be in the present moment. And so I always say that when we focus a lot on the past, sometimes it can push us in a depressive type of energy. And when we're so focused on the future, it can create a lot of anxiety. And a lot of that anxiety can be attached to the energy of uncertainty. And so spirit is guiding you to really allow yourself to be in the present moment, to tune into the present moment, because that is where you're going to find your peace. And so I know we live in a world to where, sometimes it's easy to really just take that time to sit with yourself. But here is guiding you to turn off all electronics. It says turn all electronics off. This constant input of information causes anxiety and stress, but you can control that. Make this a daily 30-minute exercise. And so I feel like that this is attached to the energy of, it's making me think of self-love. And so self-love comes in so many different forms, but this is more so about providing self-love to the mind and taking that initiative to be intentional with what you're feeding your mind. And so I feel like that to really ease up some of that energy of uncertainty, it would do you justice to kind of be in the energy of being silent. Turn off phones, computers, TVs, radios, whatever it is, and just allow yourself to be present with you. Be one with self, be one with spirit, one with God, one with the universe. And I feel like it would definitely help you with the energy of uncertainty. Okay, so the next energy that we're moving into is next move. So when this was the one that I was sitting with, I said, okay, spirit, I'm like, because when I first wrote it down, I literally just got next move. And I said, okay, next move, that can mean so many things. And so the card that came out for next move, though, was understanding. And so as I read the card understanding, I began to pick up on other intuitive messages. And so I said, okay, so this is specifically dealing with a person or an environment is what I picked up on. So I'm going to read the message. It says, the next time you interact with a rude or unreasonable person, don't get angry or lose patience. Instead, take time in your daily meditations to really think about what it would be like to walk a mile in their shoes. Is there a trauma or an issue in their life that has deeply affected them, causing this behavior? Focus on understanding what the person may go through in life and ask the universe or God to provide them with the peace of mind. So it's this energy to where I feel like that you're contemplating on what next move should you take when it comes to this individual. Or like I said, it could be an environment. When I picked up on environment, it was more so like a work environment. So I don't know if there's like hostile energy at your work environment, or if there is someone, particularly a family member, a friend, a coworker, wherever the energy is attached to, you'll know, especially if this message is for you. I feel like, before you make any type of major decisions, or take any type of actions or react to the actions of this particular person or environment, spirit is wanting you to allow yourself to understand it from their viewpoint, to understand or see something from their viewpoint. And so I always say that hurt people. And so when we truly understand that, and I mean, like, we can say certain things a lot of time, but we really don't really understand it. Like, sit with that energy for a minute. And if you know that you are a healed individual, why go around and allow someone that's hurt to interfere with your energy, And so it's like you have the ability to transmute that energy. And so I feel like what will help you transmute that energy is to allow the energy of understanding to come in. So instead of seeking retribution, just pray for that person. Pray for that person to be able to get to a place to where they are healed, to where they're able to also understand themselves and also able to understand others. And so I feel like that what will help you get there is to find strength in the silence. So remember, 7 different energies, but the overall energy is to find strength in the silence. So with all of these messages, it's going to always revert back to I find strength in the silence. And so you'll be able to fully engage in that energy of understanding when you allow yourself just a few moments to just kind of reflect, breathe in, meditate, count to 10, woo-sa, whatever it is that you have to do. Okay. So the next message, the next energy is starting a new project. So this is for my individuals that have been really trying to start a new project. And for the first thing Spirit has guided me to say to you is that you are on the right track. You are on the right track. And so they don't want you to keep on second guessing it. They want you to continue to take these baby steps, is what I heard, that you're taking, and realize that it is all leading to the bigger project here. And so the card that came out for my individuals with starting a new project, I have break the cycle. Is there an established routine or cycle that you get caught up in every day? Today is the day to break that cycle. Identify it. Focus on changing that by trying something completely different today. So I feel like that for those of you that are starting this new project, in whatever area that it could be in, it is going to require you to break some type of cycle, to change something up. And so it's making me think of this quote I used to say all the times, where it says, you can't expect something different. You can't expect different things doing the same thing. And so whatever it is, you are wanting to bring in something new. It's the energy is a new project. And so in order for this new energy to come in, you have to try something new. You have to engage in something new. So pay attention to your everyday routine and then switch it up. And how you're going to figure out what it is that you need to switch up in that routine is to sit in silence. Sit in silence, be one with yourself, be one with God, be one with the universe, and allow them to guide you to the next step. So that's for those that are trying to starting a new project. The next energy is lacking confidence. And I feel like this could definitely relate to a lot of individuals, because at certain times, and it's specifically, like I said, a lot of these energies could be attached to you. It could be more than one, because this one is kind of tying in with this energy of starting a new project. Because especially when we're trying to start something new, you know, it requires a lot of confidence, especially if it's something that is out of the norm here. And so Spirit is guiding you to find balance. Find balance is what came out for those that are lacking confidence. It says, sit down and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Think about the different times of your life that fill you with joy. Concentrate on ways to make more of those times. And so, yes, it's this energy to where Spirit is saying balance things out here. Don't try to overdo it. Don't underdo it, but really find that balance here. You know, really tap into and focus on the things that brings you joy. What things do you engage in to where you feel confident? You know, what things can you do to really usher in this energy of confidence? And I feel like that is balance. And also what I'm picking up on like a balance of like masculine and feminine energy here. And so it's like being in tune with every aspect of who you are. Yeah, really being in tune with every aspect of who you are. And that's what's going to help you to create that confidence that you need to move forward in whatever this direction is that you're needing confidence in. And I feel like you can need confidence in so many different areas. So like I said, I know that it's collective. And like I said, you guys, even this is me stepping out of my norm, because I normally don't do my readings this way. But today was literally entirely just different. And so I'm like, okay, Spirit. So I always say, when Spirit really guides me to just switch something up, I know that it's never really truly intended for me, because I am one of those people to where I'm connected. I'm deeply connected, and I'm connected to so many different people and so many different energies. And so if it's something that's being shown to me, I know that it is also something, it's like an area of attention that Spirit is trying to guide me to when it comes to, you know, those that I'm connected with, or those that connect with me. And so, yeah, balance. And so, yeah, I like this though. You know, like I said, I'm usually used to doing the cards and, you know, talking on them as they fly out. But Spirit was guiding me to slow down and to kind of really just take this, go a little slow with it. And I like it. So you guys have to let me know in the comments how you guys like this message as well, because it really is truly the way that it came, the way that it came was very, very different. And so I said, okay. And so, yeah, we're going to get back into it. So the last energy is ending a rough cycle. Ending a rough cycle. I feel like that for a lot of you, you went through the dark night of the soul. A lot of you have been going through multiple awakenings, particularly to who you are, awakening to your vast potential, awakening to your own power, releasing a lot of people, places, and things that truly does not serve you. And so it's like you really have learned throughout this cycle, you've learned so many things. You've healed so many aspects of who you are. And so with that being said, Spirit is guiding you to really embrace the end. You guys could be seeing a lot of 9s as well. Spirit is saying embrace the end of this cycle, but prepare yourself for a much beautiful cycle that is getting ready to start for you, because after 9 comes 10, and 10 talks about new beginnings. And so even as I'm saying this, it's like I got this big old smile on my face, because I feel that there's definitely something beautiful on the horizon for you, something absolutely amazing. And so Spirit is guiding you to inspire. They're guiding you to inspire. I feel like that you've gone through much. You've been through much. You have a lot of wisdom. I'm seeing the energy of an owl, and I always attach the owl to wisdom. And so it's like all of this, all of the things that you have been through, that you've experienced, the lessons that you have learned. Spirit is saying it was all done for a reason. Nothing was done in vain. But now they want you to turn around and to inspire others. Inspires others who have experienced the things that you've experienced. Be that light for them, be that inspiration for them, to where they know that this won't be always, it won't last always. And there is a beautiful outcome, to the madness. Because sometimes when we go through the dark night of the soul and those spiritual awakenings, I know people a lot of times just talks about the beauty of it, but it, a lot of times you can find yourself in a really dark place, especially with just being on the energy of being alone, especially when you're used to being surrounded around so many people. That's a challenge within itself. But what I'll tell you is that it all is necessary. And so for those of you that is ending that cycle, and this message is for you, Spirit is guiding you to utilize the tools that you have obtained throughout this cycle. Utilize them to help others. It says helping others is helping yourself. Tell a friend or a family member or even a stranger to have a great day. Inspiring other people is good for yourself as well. Most certainly. And I feel like just as you inspire those other individuals and help them on their journey, help them throughout, their awakening, it helps to keep you in balance. It helps to keep you on the right track here. So yeah, absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. And so I did pull 2 angel numbers. I pulled 2 angel numbers. Well, I just shuffled the angel numbers, and I say, Spirit, could you provide us with some angel numbers, to really close out the message here. And so the 2 angel numbers that I got is 0606 and 1818. So I'm going to read 0606 first, and it says, applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up for the best is yet to come. And as I read this, it made me also pick up on the energy to where some of you guys need to journal. I know for me, I love journaling. I journal with the paper and a pencil. I have multiple different books, but I also journal within my phone. There's certain apps. There's so many different apps. Look it up. I'm telling you, trying to think about something that really fits you, that'll work out for you. Look it up. I'm telling you, because some people may be so busy to where it's like, I don't really, but what do you have with you all day? Most people carry their phone with them all day. And so, if you find the right type of journal app, it'll send you notifications like, hey, take some time to journal, reflect a couple of minutes out the day. And so I feel like that would truly help a lot of you as well, because when I think of journaling, journaling really just helps to declutter your thoughts. It helps to declutter those emotions. It helps to, because a lot of time when we keep things inside, it's like repetitive thoughts over and over again. But when we write them out, it really helps us to be able to analyze it and view it in a different way. And so, yeah, for a lot of you, journaling will also help you. Okay, and the final message is 1818. It says, wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. So yes, absolutely amazing energy. I truly love it. This was totally something different for me, you guys. And so just like I was guided to switch it up and to try something different and to trust the process, I am truly encouraging you guys to do the exact same thing. I truly pray that this message helps you in some form or fashion. Peace, love, and prosperity to you always. Great day, beautiful souls.